Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your ever-loving host, Shorty, and today we're going to review Slow Burn. It's one that I like from Boom Studios. They do a lot of cool stuff. It's been a while since they've done something which really knocked it out of the park for me, but I will still always check their stuff out. This one is a mini-series which has a few little problems of its own, simply because with an issue 1, when we're reviewing stuff, it's a little bit harder to take it as a whole. I mean, obviously, when you're reviewing just an issue 1, you're not getting the entire story. It should still give a good indication of talent in terms of the writing, the characterization, the artwork, the layouts, all that kind of thing should still be okay to give you an idea of what's going on with just issue 1. I do apologize, by the way, there's a little red flashing light that just started, so you're going to see occasional little flashes going on. Don't worry, everything's fine, but it might be a bit distracting. But because it is just an issue 1, usually you can get more of a sense of a full complete story in it, especially if it's issue 1 of an ongoing. Yes, it might launch things and get all the characters together, but you still get to the end of issue 1, have a sense that we've hit a story point. It's quite effective. And the same thing could be said of issue 19 of an ongoing. Miniseries, you kind of have a bit more leeway to do an entire story because you've only got 5 issues, so you might as well use every single one of them to tell the entire story. So my issue with this is the title is cool, Slow Burn, nice title for a comic book, and it ties into the setting, which is an American town, an abandoned American town, which has been abandoned because there is an underground coal fire. And anyone with a basic understanding of physics and chemistry will know that for a fire to keep going, you need heat, fuel, and oxygen. And underground coal fires are terrifying because they have absolutely no shortage of fuel. These things burn for decades, if not centuries, and they get some oxygen, which means it's a slow burn, and it's very hard to put out because how would you get that to stop the underground thing? It is a nightmare kind of situation, and I love that as a setting. Unfortunately, in terms of the comic book called Slow Burn, the slow burning coal fire underground is the only reference to that title that I've seen. Like, thematically, it may develop in the next few issues. I'm hoping it will, but I can't speak for that because literally I'm only reviewing issue 1. Apologies, I'm getting now some messages coming through. This entire review is just like lots of distractions, and I do apologize for that. But when it comes to the actual heist story, because it is a crime drama, that is a little bit basic. Now, if you like it, if you enjoy it, I think that's come down to a genre choice for you. For me, it's not my go-to kind of thing, but we are coming into a story and introduce these characters after a heist has already been pulled off but has gone wrong. So far, so standard, crime drama there kind of thing. It's interesting, though, because the characters make it interesting. These are really well realized characters. They have motivations, and their relationship with the characters tie into these motivations, and the motivation drives the story but also drives the characters. It is a really nice symbiotic bit of writing. Every beat of them is interesting, even though they're not that sympathetic. Now, whether you care if a character in a crime drama is sympathetic, that's probably like a personal kind of thing. Most people probably don't care about it. They just want the excitement and the thrills of the crime unfolding and see how it all plays out. For me, I like the idea of people who engage in this kind of crime have a reason to do it. Maybe they made some bad decisions, maybe just victim of circumstance. Just the idea of people doing criminal stuff for the reason that they just want money and because they enjoy being criminals, I feel is a little bit like lazy shorthand writing. And I feel that there is definitely reasons in here, but they're not necessarily good reasons. They're not like, okay, well, that's fine, I'll totally forgive you for doing these things. It's more like, well, is that what you had to do as a result of it? I don't say that's a bad thing. I like that we're questioning these characters. We should be able to look at them in a variety of ways and looking through a variety of lenses and look at their decisions made and see if we would make those same choices if we were put in the same positions. So there is that going on as well. Unfortunately, we then get to another bit of a kind of letdown for me, which is the art. And I'm not saying it's bad art. It is serviceable, competent, even good a lot of the time. When we see the setting of this abandoned town, it is fantastic. It looks brilliant. There's also some really nice noir beats where they really lean heavily into blacks and shadows. And when we have flashbacks and foreshadowing, they use different colour palettes. That is a nice trick. I like that. I like it in TV shows, I like it in movies, I like it in comic books. But it's also not the most out there, astounding kind of thing. Like, sometimes I'll be watching a show or a movie and they'll do a different colour palette and I'll just know, oh, flashback straight away. It's a normal kind of thing. And frustratingly, there's also a period where I'm still at this point, hours after reading it and going back and checking, I'm not sure if there's a point when 2 different characters perform the same activity over a couple of panels, or if it's the same character doing the same thing twice because they are not distinct enough on the page. It could literally be 2 different people or the same person. And that's not great art. It's good. I certainly think they stand out as being like somebody who deserves to have a comic book and drawing for a major comic book company, but it doesn't really blow me away, unfortunately. I'm certainly not excited to carry on reading the rest of it, but maybe once it comes as a collection, I might flick through and see if there's any more references to the slow burn and see if that actually thematically makes more sense to me. That's it for now, though. I apologise for the distractions through this review. Stuff just kind of went wrong, but you still got a review, and I'll do another one tomorrow. Until then, look after each other, everyone. Stay safe. Bye.